Hey, well, welcome back to another episode of This Dude Draws. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of This Dude Draws. It's exciting to be back, guys. Thank you for watching my previous video. Really awesome response. And there's been a few videos on this channel that's hit just over 1,000 views, which is super exciting. Okay, cool. So today what we're gonna do is use Blender, and I'm gonna show you how to create a cappuccino and a donut. Now, if you're new to Blender, this is a good video to watch. So sit back, relax, open Blender, and let's do this. And get yourself some coffee, probably. Alright, let's do this. Come on, yeah. Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna show you guys how to create a cappuccino and a donut. So first things first, let me just adjust my screen over here. Alright. Let's do it. Just bring that down there so you guys can see me. Can you see me? Wasn't that John Cena? You can't see me. Don't do that. No. Okay, cool. I'm getting distracted. That's fine. Okay, cool. Open Blender, guys. This is what we're gonna do. Alrighty. I like to start off here. Now, let's start off. Let's delete this cube. And I'm assuming for those of you that actually watch this channel and that use Blender, that you've used Blender before. What? That doesn't sound right. I assume you've used Blender before and you are here to learn how to do this, because this is a tutorial video. So yeah, we're gonna go Shift A, create a plane, okay, because that's our surface area that we want our cappuccino to sit on. We're gonna scale it up. I'm gonna try and do this tutorial as quickly as possible. I don't want to take hours and hours. Cool. All right, we've got a surface. Now next, what we want to create is a cup. I was gonna say saucer, but let's do the cup first. So, how do you create a cup? Well, I'm gonna tell you. You want to go down here to cylinder. Now, let me just say, there's no right way to do this. Okay, it's just figuring it out, playing around, figuring it out. That's it. That's all there is to it. Okay, there's no right way to do it, except this way. I'm kidding. There's no right way. Okay, so here we go. We create a cylinder. And then we're gonna add a subdivision surface modifier to smooth that out. Okay, we're gonna go just pump up that there, right click, say shade smooth, go to edit mode, and we go to loop cut. And actually let's go to planar select, scale that up like that. This is gonna be a very basic cup. So we're gonna loop cut it, bring that up there, loop cut, bring it down. Okay, and then we're gonna select the plane, go to the side view, go to X-ray view, say extrude by pressing E, then scale to press S to scale, and we're just gonna scale that in slightly. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing. Extrude, scale. Okay, and then G, we want to move that down. G on the Z axis, so press Z. Move it down there, scale it down. So let's just see. Okay, then let's extrude and scale. Okay, let's exit X-ray view, and that's what we have already. Okay, I mean half of this is already done, but pretty much. Cool. Yeah, so let me just explain what the subdivision surface modifier does. So when you're modeling, it's very cubic like this, you guys can see there. And then if you want to, without subdividing your mesh the whole time, you can add a subdivision surface modifier and it'll create the same effect like you've subdivided it, and you get a really smooth mesh. But it's just a trick. It's a trick of the eye. Because if you go to edit mode, you'll see it's still there. Look how, you can see the cubic shape. It's still all there, guys. So don't worry about that, okay? Cool. Okay, so loop cut. Now, you see how this edge is round? Right there. If we want to make a sharper edge, you're going to click there with the loop cut and drag it down to the edge there. And then you're going to get a harder edge on the inside. So that's looks fine. This doesn't look right, so we want to add another loop cut here. Go to edit, loop cut, drag it down. And look, already we've got something that resembles a very basic mug. What we want to add in now is a handle. Okay, we want a handle for this mug. So we're going to go mesh, cube, move it there, scale it down. So if you're new to Blender, you're going to press Shift A, go to mesh, click on cube, and then just press S to scale down, and then move your mouse and it'll scale. And when you're happy with that scale, you just left click. Just go to the side view. Alright, cool, I'm happy with that position there. I'm gonna say, go to edit mode, press A for all to select all of those sides, S for scale, scale on the Z axis, and then I'm gonna go back here. I want that plane, go to the side view, and then I'm just gonna start extruding and moving and forming the shape of the handle. No, that's not right. Extrude in there. All right, cool. So okay, this is the perfect example. That looks square blockish. That's not what we want. You want a smooth handle, okay? A smooth handle like this, okay? Sorry about that. Okay, you're gonna go here, add modifier, add subdivision surface, and already it's looking smooth. Right click on it, say shade smooth, just add more subdivisions, and look at that, we basically have a mug, guys. 1 second. I got the itchy nose, sorry guys. Alright, and there's our mug, looks pretty cool, I'm happy with that. Oh, no, that's not right. Okay. All we need to do, go back here, just rotate this a bit so it doesn't, there we go, that's fine. Okay, cool, I'm happy with that. We're not going to add the material shaders yet. I think let's finish modeling the donut, and then we're going to start shading and making this look pristine. Okay, pristine, eh? Let's do that. So what we want to do now, if you're making a donut, it's very simple. Shift A, go to mesh, okay? Then look for a shape of a donut, which is the torus. Gosh, you can't see it there because the other stuff's in the way. But what you want to do is click here, and then you want to play around with some settings here. You want to adjust the outside radius and then the inside to thicken it up nicely. Like a donut, alright? Then you're going to see shade smooth. Let's move that, just sit next to the cup there. That's a giant donut. We don't want that big of a donut. Make it smaller by pressing S, scaling it down, move it there. Cool, that's fine. Okay, let's add a subdivision surface modifier to make it even more smooth. And then you can apply that. Then what we're gonna do okay, there's our basic shape, all right, for our donut. But it's too perfect. So let's go to sculpting. Okay, we're in sculpt mode. And then what we want to do is just go to, I don't know, whatever. Smooth, flatten. Flatten, I think. Yes, no, maybe. And then, no, something else then. Inflate, strengthen, minus, and then we're gonna just shape, give it some irregular shape here. Okay, there we go. So just go all the way around, just basically push in the sides like that. All right, I mean that looks pretty darn good. Like that's cool. I'm happy with that. Now, next thing is we want to create some icing. It's going to be chocolate icing, by the way. That's my favorite. So let's go Shift D to duplicate and then enter. And then I just want to hide the original one. Go to edit mode. Go to the top view. And now what I want to do is just select some random faces, okay? Very, very random. Just bring that scale down, and then I'm just going to go all the way around here, selecting random faces, okay? All right, cool. That's fine. And then right click, separate selection, go back to object mode, and then you can delete that. Nope, not that. You're gonna delete that. Go back into edit mode. We don't need those. So you just select them, press X to delete, and click on faces because you want to delete those faces. Same with those ones. We don't need those, and maybe some of those. Alright, delete faces. Looks good. Alright, now we want to bring back our original shape. And whilst you have this shape selected, you want to go to subdivision surface, and that'll just round it out nicely. And then add another modifier called solidify. And that's going to give it some thickness. And then we just want to increase that thickness and move this up. And look at that. Already so quick and easy. We have something that we can work with. Now just add some more subdivisions and just add some more thickness. Scale, move it up. And that looks pretty cool. I think I'm happy with that. Alright, and if you want, you can apply these. I'm just going to apply them. Let's go to our camera view and just set that up quickly. Press N to open this tab, go to view, say camera to view, which means you will lock your camera to your view. So when you move around, your camera is now going to move around. But remember, you have to be inside of the camera view. Alright, that looks cool. Let's just decide on a random position here. Something like that. That's fine. Take that off. Alright, cool. Now what we want to do is we want to add some sprinkles. Okay, so we're going to go Shift A, Mesh, UV Sphere, move this up, go to Side View, Shade Smooth, go to Edit, X-Ray View, select Box, and then just go there, press G, Z, move that up, exit that view, and there we've got a sprinkle shape. I'm just going to move that off to the side. Just want to scale that up a bit by saying Scale Z. Now, to put your sprinkles on your icing, you want to select your icing, go here to Particles, add a particle. We're going to say click on Hair, and then to render we're going to change that to Object, and then select our sprinkle. That's way too many. Change to 500. Let's bring the scale down, and then what you want to do, click on Advanced, go to Object Rotation, and then now just got to figure this out. You go to click Rotation, and you're gonna just phase them like that. Nice, look at that. Alright, that looks pretty good. Okay, cool. Go back to here, and then we're gonna go to our render view, go cycles. I'm gonna use my graphics card to render. I'm just gonna give it a quick render to see what we have so far. Okay, so this is what we have. Now we need to put some textures on there to make it a lot more realistic. Cool. So what you want to do is go to Shading, into Camera View, Render Mode, Render View, and so to get the most realistic or realism out of it, out of this render, you want to use HDRIs. Okay, now I've got a bunch of HDRIs already saved on my computer, but if you don't have and you need to get HDRIs, just go to HDRI Haven. I use this website all the time, and just click on HDRIs, and you can download. They've got hundreds of different HDRIs here, which is perfect. So just for interest's sake, I'm going to download one here just to show you guys. We want to go indoors because it's going to be inside. And then we want to look for like a nice warm environment where you would enjoy your cappuccino and your donut. So just look around for something nice and toasty and comfy. Oh gosh, okay. I don't want to take too long to decide. Picky. Okay, back to the top. Oh, I'm just going to use this large corridor. Okay, this one. The ballroom. We're going to download the ballroom. Depending on your internet speed, it's up to you completely. I'm just going to quickly download a 4K one because it's 24 megs. Should download fast. And then let's go. You want to go to your downloads folder. Alright, so now you want to go to change this to world because we want to change the lighting of the world. Shift A, search environment texture, because we're going to use an environment image to affect the lighting. Okay, that's what a HDRI image is. Pop that into color, go to open, go to where you downloaded your image. Goodness. Ballroom, you open that up, just give it a few seconds, and yeah, there we go. And there's your environment lighting done. Now next we want to change this table and give it a wooden texture. So on the same website you can go to Texture Haven. They have a bunch of free textures. Just a sip of coffee, don't forget to hydrate. Cool, you want to go to wood, look for a nice wood surface, maybe kitchen wood, that's fine. I'm going to download all maps and I'm just going to download 4K JPEGs. Reposition. Okay. Just want to shift in there. All right, cool. So now we've got that. You want to extract these images. I'm just going to say kitchen wood. Pop that in the extract here. All right. All right, cool. Now you want to select your surface, go back to object, because you want to affect the object texture, not the lighting of the world. Add a new texture. Go back there. Start with the DIFF. That's the base color. You want to start with that first texture map. Take the color node, pop it into the base color. Already we have something really nice. And to give it a little bit more realism, you want to add the roughness map. I'm not going to use the ambient occlusion, I'm just going to use the roughness map and the color map. So go back there, pop it in there to roughness. I like. Cool. Now, time to texture our coffee mug. We want to go new texture, and to get a nice ceramic look and feel, you want to bring the roughness down so it's more reflective. You can maybe pump up the metallic level. If you take it too far, it's going to be way too reflective, so you don't want that. Just actually bring the metallic down. You don't want any metallic, but just play with the roughness slider. That's going to give you a nice shiny mug. Okay, now click on your donut, add new, go to your base color here, change this to something resembling dough, something like that. Then we select our icing, new, base color, something resembling chocolate. You can bring the brightness down to make it dark. Okay, and then I'm going to zoom in here. And it looks pretty legit already. Let's bring the roughness down a little bit. Okay, and then we want to color our sprinkles. You want to select your sprinkle, click on new, and we also want that to be a chocolate color. So we're going to look for a nice dark brown. A little bit more brown than the icing, just so it stands out. Alright, cool. Go back to layout. Now, we need some cappuccino in here. Let's be honest. So let's go to Google. Let's just search cappuccino. Okay. Images. And we just need an image of cappuccino. There we go. Something like that. We can just save this wherever you want to. You can save this. I'm just going to drop to my downloads folder. Okay, go back here. And now what you want to do is go to mesh, cylinder, Move that up a bit. We want the same size as the mug. Then you go to edit mode, select all, shift click the top one we want, and then delete faces. We only want this. Okay, we're gonna go GZ, move it down, and then we're gonna go into shading and go new texture, navigate to where we saved our cappuccino image. You're gonna drag it down, drop it in there, put color into color. Now, obviously it's not aligned. That's not good. So you want to go to edit mode, click on the face, then change this to UV editor. Zoom out, press A for all, and then G to move it. And you want to just move that to be perfectly over the cappuccino image. Cool. Now, obviously it's way too flat. So to give it some realism and roundness, you want to go to edit, click there, say extrude scale, and then GZ, extrude scale, GZ, move it down, extrude scale, GZ, like that. And then add a subdivision surface modifier to give it some smoothness. Say shade smooth. You can just scale it up so it fits nicely. And then obviously it doesn't look right anymore. So you know what you can do is just go to your top view, go back to edit, say all, UV, and then go to project from view. And then once again press A for all, scale it up, and go back to that. And then there you go, there's your cappuccino inserted into your mug. And go back to layout, go back to your camera view, give it another render to see what it looks like. Give it a second. A little stanky. Alright, cool guys. That's your cappuccino and your donuts. One thing I wanted to show you is you'll see you can adjust your render settings to get better render quality. So you'll see there's noise in your image. But what you can do is go to compositing, click on use nodes, and go shift A, search denoise. Click there, add it in there, and go back to here, and now you can see that noise is gone. It denoised your image. And that's your video, guys. That's it. There's your donut, there's your cappuccino. Enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you didn't enjoy it, hit the dislike button. That's also fine, I don't mind. And if you're not subscribed, guys, please consider subscribing. All you need to do is go down in the right hand corner of the video, right there, right there, can't get my finger in focus, and click on subscribe. It costs nothing. You just click subscribe and that's it. It means a lot to me. I appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.